What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Mana today, Decentraland, at the request of Random. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it. This will probably be a very short video. We're just going to do some updates, right? Not a whole lot's happened in the past 1, 2, 3 weeks now, right? This is the weekly time frame, so each one of these candles is 1 week. Had a very immaculate move up, right? 86% from open to close on the week of November 18th there. That was the most volume that we've seen on a weekly basis. Let's see, literally since May of 2022. Pretty crazy stuff. We've gone to the top of this range, right, that we've been in. We've been in this little box now for a couple years, couple and a half years. And every time we've hit the top of this range, we go down. This time, however, we've gone sideways. So my expectation would be different behavior begets different results. That's kind of my expectation, right? We're looking at the all-time high to the low of this phase. And you can see that you're consolidating right around the 382. Generally speaking, when you break above the 382, you expect to go right to the 61869. And I should rephrase that. Generally, you always expect to stop at the 61869, okay? You always do. But when you hit the 382, you expect to go to the 236 and then up to the 61869. Whenever you consolidate like this without really going to the 236, and you're just consolidating right below the 382 like this, that does give reason to believe that you could bypass the 61869 and go right to your 786 or potentially the 786, 886 zone as a whole. So there's a couple target ranges, right? $1.67 to $2.12.6, $1.67 to $2.13, essentially that range there. In other words, it's kind of like the bottom of this overall top range, like where the support is down here. That's where your golden ratio is. And if you don't find resistance there by the end of January is what I'm thinking, then you're going to move up to about $2.92 to $4.07, $2.92 to $4.07, and just bypass the 618 entirely and go up there. But I'm kind of expecting, you know, I don't think Mana will go all the way up to the 886 by the end of January. I do think it'll get up there and it'll bypass that as time goes on. But I think more likely what's going to happen is that we either do top off in the 61869 zone, or I'm kind of expecting a 786 move, something up to about just under $3 there. Kind of in areas where we had support right in kind of the heart of this zone. You had resistance right here. You had support back over here. You even had a little bit of resistance kind of near this zone as well. So I think something around, like, I would call for like $2.50, $3, closer to $3, but under $3 is where I think Mana is going to be by the end of January. And then we'll probably consolidate through February and move on up March, April, something like that. March, April, May, somewhere in that time frame, probably around April, May, late April, if not early May, I would think that we stop moving up again. We find our next point, and by that time, I would expect Mana is at new all-time highs, probably sometime in April, May. But if we're going to be at new all-time highs by then, we got to have a nice kind of move to set us up for that. So I think, I don't know, I would expect something above, at least above $1.67 to be on the near-term future, in the near-term prospects. If not $1.67, more likely, I genuinely think we'll go near $3, but not quite there. $2.92 looks like a very doable target. We're at 64 cents now, guys. It's looking really good. Weekly RSI looks phenomenal. Daily RSI looks great, right? You literally have it dramatically. Look at your low here, right? Lower low, dramatically lower low in the RSI, and your price, it has a higher low. Yes, it's got lower lows on the wicks, but that's not how the RSI goes off of closing points, not off of wicks. Your closing low is here. It's a higher low, and you have dramatically lower lows here. You're kind of bouncing off the 50. You've also got like predominantly overall higher lows in this trend in the RSI. Looks to me as if you're at the bottom of this kind of trend, and you'd want to go back to the top into this overbought zone where you do your best work, right? You can see here, if we're looking at the RSI, I bet if we're taking all of these highs in the RSI coming up here, I bet your strongest move was here, where you saw the most overbought readings at once. And lo and behold, boom, that's exactly what happened. So if we're down here, I'm not assuming we're going up here. I'm not assuming we're going up here. I'm not assuming we're doing this or doing this. I would assume we're going to go back up here to the land of the promised, where last time we did this exact kind of thing, we saw an immaculate move like this. I would assume we could see a repeat, right? So something that will take us at least to $2, if not as high as $3 is really what I'm thinking. By the end of January, you're at 63 cents right now. Let's just put that in a percentage term, okay? In an X term. That's a 3.2x to like a 4.6x over the next month and a half. If that sounds good to you, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Definitely a green light for mana. I would feel very happy, confident buying here. In fact, when did I last buy mana? When did I last buy mana? I think I did buy some down here on this low. I'm not 100%. Maybe I had somebody in my family buy some. Maybe both. I can't remember. It's not important. Anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Go, mana, go. It's going to do really well, you guys. It's going to do really well.